Live a casual take with your boy Steven Pepper, here to get a take off my chest. Let me turn this light on so you guys could see me golden hours. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. It's been a little minute since I've been on here, guys. I kind of lost my voice over the past week, in this profession, if you don't have your voice, you're going to sound like crap on the microphone. So I just was just resting my voice. My voice is still kind of gone. I can't really raise my voice as I want to, but I need to get something out to you guys, especially after a national title game. And we're going to talk about a UConn versus Purdue. It's official. The UConn Huskies, if they weren't already, are a blue blood men's program. I mean, the criteria of what makes a blue blood is so dated. Like, oh, wow, this program won some Jimmy Carter era Final Fours. So that just makes you a powerful program in 2024, right? I mean, let me ask you this. What's better, dominating the past and being irrelevant today, or dominating today and being relevant in the past? Because I don't care what decade or for how long you've been great. Just show me the titles. And UConn has 6 in 25 years, which is the third most ever, tied for the third most ever. Like, if you don't think UConn is a blue blood by now, then I must know, how you view the New England Patriots dynasty. Because the New England Patriots won 6 titles in 18 years with the same coach and quarterback. But although the franchise didn't dominate your dad's generation like the Packers or Steelers did, their success in their era was so potent, tied for the most Super Bowls ever, that you can't leave them out. And UConn has now won 6 national titles in 25 years with multiple coaches, multiple future NBA players. Yeah, they don't have the Final Four runs in the 70s and 80s like Louisville or Indiana. But tied for the most titles ever, tied for the third most titles ever, the blood looks blue to me. 6 titles, ladies and gentlemen. That's more than Duke, Indiana, Kansas, Louisville. And those are considered some of the greatest college basketball programs ever. UCLA has the most ever with 11, but they haven't had one since 1995. UConn won their first in 99. UK, the great Kentucky program, they're seen as a blue blood. All those future NBA lottery picks that Coach Cal likes to beat his chest with. 1 national title since UConn won their first. And what's interesting, too, is all these programs, and I think what gives UConn such a great advantage, all these programs that are considered blue bloods had most of their success with these same administrations, same couple of players, same coaches. Think about Duke. All the successes with Coach K. Indiana, most with Bobby Knight. Kansas, most with Bill Shelf. Louisville, most with Denny Crum. UCLA, the Bill Walton, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Most of these great blue blood programs that we consider had most of their success in the same era, same coach, same players. Whereas UConn, multiple coaches. Hurley, he's got 2. Kevin Ali in 2014. Calhoun's got a couple. Multiple future NBA players, from your Emeka Okafords to your Kemba Walkers to your Jordan Hawkins of last year, and now a couple lottery picks in the draft. UConn has the most titles since the tournament expanded to 64, just like the Patriots, who have the most Super Bowls since the NFL expanded to at least 16 weeks. I would get criticizing a franchise like the Chicago Bulls because they won all their titles in an 8-year span. But it's 25 years for UConn, or 18 to 20 years for the Patriots, not enough? Is that not enough time to be considered an all-time great program? Is that not enough? But I mean, congratulations to UConn, because these last 2 years have been, I think, the most dominant 2-year stretch of my lifetime. Mind you, I was clearly not old enough to watch UCLA back in the day or the Duke of the 90s. First back-to-back title in 18 years since Florida did in 06-07. They just completely mopped the floor with every single team they saw. I've never seen it quite like it. Their average margin of victory was 21.65 points in the last 2 tournaments. Their point differential total this tournament was plus 140, which is the most in tournament history. Pretty blue blood to me. And they somehow got better than last season. They had a lot of NBA talent last year. They blew everyone out the water. They had 20-point or average margin of victory. This year got up to 23. They somehow got better. They had a freshman leading the way, a couple sophomores on new rules from last season. What a great job UConn has done. I mean, when I was watching them throughout this tournament, I kind of had this feeling last year, but particularly this tournament, it just felt like it kind of had like a Golden State Warriors feel to them, where like your best basketball just isn't enough. Like prime Golden State, you're in kind of like Denver today. Your best basketball just isn't enough. Bad teams, no chance, not a single chance. Don't even think of an upset. This isn't no UConn. This isn't no Purdue or Virginia where they get upset. Nope. If you're like 11, 12, 16, you're going to get blown out by 30. Illinois, a lot of people thought Illinois was this really good offense, Big Ten tournament champ, met UConn in the Elite Eight, tied 26-26. I've never seen this before. UConn goes on a 30-0 run. Alabama, great offense. Many people also thought they would give UConn troubles because they play similar to Creighton, who Creighton beat UConn earlier in the year because he hit a bunch of threes. Bama's a great shooting team. Bama hit like 8 to 10 threes in the first half of the Final Four. UConn was still up 4. And then the second half, it was over. And Purdue, Zach Edey finished with 37 points, had 16 in the first half. UConn fouled a lot, couldn't hit perimeter shots, and was still up 6 at halftime. It is crazy. That is blue blood to me. Like, if you don't think UConn is a blue blood program, I don't know what to say to you. I don't care what a team did back in the from a stretch from 1960 to 1980. Show me a stretch today in the age of the NIL, in the age of the transfer portal, with all these distractions in modern basketball, in the expanded tournament, when it's harder to make a run than it's ever has. Show me a team that has dominated in a 20-plus year stretch like UConn. You can't, because it's only been UConn. And that's why UConn to me is a blue blood. But I appreciate everyone for tapping into this episode of A Casual Take. Follow all my social media. Stay updated on everything related to the show. Some Casual Takes is the handle. Until next time, see ya.